imagine finding a piece of property like this. I couldn't believe it. My name is Jean Gilbert. I lived in the Oaks off Las Feliz, which is really only a few miles from here, and never knew there were horses here. I'd been keeping my horse at the Equestrian Center in Burbank. When I first moved here, I realized to my horror that there was no protection in place for the horses, which I was delighted to find were here. So I quickly said, we really need to do something to protect the horses. The people resident in the area at that time told me that was unnecessary because the horses had always been there. And I said, all the more reason we need to protect them. It took 8 years going door to door to door and going down to the city planning department and going to the councilman's offices, because it had to be a giant preponderance of the people who lived here who wanted the horses, and not everyone is in favor of horses. So we were able to overcome that opposition and to obtain the K-zone. The K-zone does not require one to keep horses, but allows one to keep horses. And that is basically what has protected the Atwater Village Equestrian District, is the fact that we have had this K overlay in place. We have the Atwater Village Equestrian District signs. It is bordered on Brunswick, Chevy Chase, the river, and Garden Street. Comprises the equestrian area in Atwater Village.
With this riggedy-jiggedy-jiggedy.
Well, you see, before the 5 freeway went in, Griffith Park was right here, where Atwater Village is. Then the 5 freeway went in, and so Griffith Park was required to give this side of the river, Atwater Village, some land in exchange. That's how we have the North Atwater Park. That's how we have the North Atwater Riding Arena, which is for public use. These things came about because of the trade-off. But more recently, within the last few years, we now have an equestrian bridge into Griffith Park. Griffith Park has 52 miles of bridle trails, and now we have access to them for equines through the tunnel that goes under the freeway. The Paddock Riding Club is here. The Mounted Police are here. Saddle and Sirloin Club, which is a cattle roping club. The San Rafael Stables are here, taking the rein services underserved girls, and the Children's Ranch services children and adults facing challenges. It's amazing that in a property this size, we have Taking the Reins, we have the Children's Ranch, we have the Caspian Horse Conservancy. It's absolutely astonishing when you look on a map to see the size of the equestrian district that these nonprofit organizations are located here, in the center of the city. If you walk down the street with a horse, you will draw a crowd instantly. People will come from across the street, from down the block, from everywhere, and especially children. They want to see the horse, they want to touch the horse. This is something that we cannot afford to lose. This is something that our society cannot afford to lose.